But it raises another question. How do they do this? What would giving look like in the lives of the Corinthians? What do they give? And we see the answer to that in verse 12. Paul says, "For if the readiness is there, it is acceptable according to what a person has, not according to what he does not have." So what is it that God wants from us when we do give? What is it that the Corinthians should give? Paul tells us, but not in the way we might expect. He says the first thing that must be given when it comes to giving is readiness. And that word readiness means like zeal, desire, willingness. So notice then, when it comes to giving, what God first wants from the Corinthians is this. He wants their hearts, right? Their hearts. Before we do anything for the Lord, the first thing he wants from us is our hearts. We were at Inistioge yesterday at Woodstock Gardens. The teens and preteens and Ultan led us in a time of worship, but also in a message on worship. And what he said is so simple, but it's so profound and true. That God isn't looking at our performance. God doesn't want you to perform. God wants your heart, a willing heart before him. See, man looks at the outward appearance, but God sees into our hearts. And that's what he was really concerned about. God cares more about the gift giver than he cares about the gift. Because that's his priority. God owns everything. Why would he care about money at the end of the day, right? It's already his. What he cares about is you and your heart before him. And we saw this perfectly when we were studying the Gospel of Mark, particularly chapter 12. It's the story of the widow in the temple giving her offering. Perhaps you know this story, Mark 12:41. It says, Jesus sat down opposite the treasury and watched the people putting money into the offering box. And many rich people put in large sums. And a poor widow came and put in 2 small copper coins, which makes a penny. And he called his disciples to him, and he said to them, "Truly I say to you, this poor widow has put in more than all those who are contributing to the offering box. For they all contributed out of their abundance, but she out of her poverty has put in everything she had, all that she had to live on." Think about that. The rich were putting in bags upon bags of money. This widow puts in 2 small coins, yet it is the widow that Jesus praises and not the rich. Why? Because of the heart. See, economics in the kingdom of heaven is very much unlike the kingdoms of the earth. This woman gave all she had, and God saw the sacrifice, not the size.